At a trade show in New York City's fashion district, a new label is making its debut. Made in Africa is not something you hear about very often, but Tal Dethiar is trying to change that with his shoe business, Oliberté. A native-born Canadian, Dethiar launched his company 2 years ago with an aim to sell shoes to the fashionista with a conscience.
For that man or woman between 25 to 45 that says, I want to look good, I want quality, but I want to stand for something as well.
Standing for something is Dethiar's stock in trade, but it hasn't always endeared him to the business community. Last year, he appeared for the second time on the Canadian TV show Dragon's Den. He was trying to woo investors to help with marketing costs for his fledgling company. For a second time, he failed to clinch the deal.
Here you are with $500,000 sales. That's great. But I'm out of sync with you on a huge issue. You're in a country where your costs are 130% more than where you could be in China.
But Tal remains clear about his goal.
When I want people to think of Africa related to manufacturing footwear, I don't want them looking at it as another low-cost producer. Oh, it's the next China, cheap labor. If you want to do that, stay in China or stay wherever it's low cost. If you want quality footwear, if you want to pay people right, if you want to treat them with respect, use good product, then come to Africa.
Dethiar didn't secure any investors for his company on TV, but in real life, his vision is starting to attract attention. Buyers from popular stores like Urban Outfitters, as well as high-end boutiques, are interested in selling their wares.
Oh, which one? This one? Like, the shoes just look really good. So people will buy them for fashion, really, and then they'll just so happen to be doing something responsible, and I think that's a good thing.
As the company grows, Tal hopes he's helping shore up a much underdeveloped middle class. Currently, Oliberté employs around 6 workers in Ethiopia, which is famous for its leather. And this year, he hopes to work with some 50 workers in Liberia, a hotspot for rubber. Although his company can't dictate how much the local factories pay their workers, they claim to work them to do the right thing.
We make sure that they pay at minimum the minimum wage, with the understanding that as we grow as a company, they're committed to improving their conditions, whether it's through health insurance programs. Now all the factories provide maternity leave programs to all the women.
He's not the only one convinced that providing decent jobs and making high-quality footwear can go hand in hand. When New York City shoe store owner David Zacken heard about Oliberté, he immediately put in an order.
In the United States, 87% of all footwear are made in China. And when I saw them at the trade show and it's made in Ethiopia, I thought, wow, what a noble, what a great thing to do. And I jumped on it and supported it right away.
Oliberté is growing. The company has gone from selling 200 pairs of shoes in 2009 to a projected 18,000 this year. But whether they can sustain the growth, keep the price point low, and continue to employ workers at higher wages than their Chinese counterparts will ultimately be the test. For Marketplace Africa, I'm Aisha Sasay.